Hi guys, good evening. I've shared the link. Let me just Mm. Just give me one moment. I'm actually setting up my chat. Hi Shrikant. Hi Jeremy. Good evening. So guys, today was a little crazy day. We had very chip chop market, very stock specific action, a little difficult to comprehend. Uh, so let's see how thing goes for tomorrow, because I expect the same thing happening tomorrow. I expect the market to be uh, same behavior, looking into the same yes. Hi Shri, hi Nipi. So before I start, I want to share one thing. Like people who do not have any like option flow service, please you can use Think or Swim to figure out any trade you want to see. Like for example, we are looking at Triple M, or let's talk about BA. Because BA, I posted the option flow. Okay. Now, what you can do in BA is you can go to analyze, put BA under this area, go to option time and sales, choose a filter where you're looking at both calls and puts, all the series, all the exchanges, quantity, price, if you want to put anything, and condition, like if you're looking for spread, straddle, buy, right combo, any of them. Now, once you do that, you will see that there are trades listed right here. Today, biggest will be on the top, and then you will see based on the size, because I have filtered them on the size. Now, this exactly follows, because this is the data which comes from exchange, and this data follows the same principle. Like this purple color shows the puts, the blue color shows the calls, the red color they are sold, black color shows they are like in between, and the green color shows that they are aggressively bought. You can use this information, and then there are conditions which are listed here. So if you're looking at any of those conditions, you will get them, and you will see that yes, the data which is available in any of the option flow tools is also available here, and you can use this data very clearly, very easily, if you just spend few more minutes on this. Like for example, I posted about Boeing spreads today, right? And you can check right here uh, that there is a Boeing put 250 put which was sold, and this was a spread which was a part of that, and then there's a 220 call which was bought. So 755 calls were bought. Again, it's a spread which was bought. So you will see very clearly that these four trades, it doesn't give you the dollar amount. Dollar amount you need to just like generate. That's something you, if you can add a custom column and add that, that will give you the dollar amount. But this gives you a very clear direction that yes, there was a spread approximately $9 million in BA, which shows 220 puts to be sold, 220 calls to be bought. So which is a significant trade in terms of BA, and it was followed by 160 million dark pool. So anybody who does not have any option flow service can take into consideration Think or Sim. it provides all that information which you are looking for. Okay. It again, blue color calls, purple color puts, then the quantity, green color aggressively bought like AA something, red color aggressively sold B, black on the mid price. Okay. Try this. You will definitely be much more happier, because people who don't want to spend or who do not have access to black box during their work hours can use this on their phone as well. All right. Let's start from the scan. I'm looking for 34 crosses 12. No matching symbols. Inside day. A lot of inside days. 24 of them. Apple, Microsoft, and I think that they'll be inside days tomorrow as well. IT, Apple, Microsoft, QCOM. We had QCOM. Inside the Rivian. I'll ignore them. AVGO, do I have? No. We'll talk about AVGO later. That's an inside day, and let me check on any bearish candle pattern. Hanging man, evening star, evening dodgy star on the day time frame in the last 20 length, nothing. Then I'll go and check on bullish candle patterns. Hammer, morning star, morning dodgy star, nothing. So there's not much. So let's start from ES right away. So ES yesterday managed to hold 45.80 and closed around that area. But the session was a session with extremely low volume. Like if you look at the volume today, it's gone for now. Let me go to the chart and just show you ES. I'll add the volume. If you look at the volume today, this was only 1.1 million. Like if you see in the last maybe 2-3 months, this is the second or third lowest volume. And this lowest volume was because of the Independence Day half day. That's the 3rd of July. Otherwise, this is like the lowest volume which was happening on trades. So I really doubt that we're going to have significant move on the index tomorrow either, because we are still in a zone where we are trying to figure out whether we want to hold 45.81 or we want to break below 45.81. Right now we are on the cusp like this in a normal circumstance. Like if I increase the font size, yes, you see this is a setup of a morning star where you have the left candle as red candle as dodgy, the middle candle, and the right candle is a big follow-up. But we are coming from bottom to up. At the high area, If you are making a morning star, I don't buy this. So I am a little reluctant on ES. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see one more day of choppiness, I expect. So now let's go to bookmap. Even on the bookmap, let me just make the you see these balls which are in 3-dimensional here. These balls were getting bigger in size and there was some buying volume behind them. So it shows that there's some buying opportunity which is still around 45.78, 45.75. And on the top, there's not much resistance. The resistance is around 45.93. Okay. And again, 45.93 area is an area where we have seen the previous. Otherwise, I don't see any resistance whatsoever. Maybe because the orders are not there, but 45.93 is the top as of now. Why 45.93? The high here was 45.90, 46.09, and the close was 45.95. So around this area, we have some significant resistance. If we clear that, then we are open towards 46.30 and 46.68. Now, for that, we need to go back to a 5-year calendar. This is a 5-year calendar. Yes. This is the area. This was the area where we found the resistance that is about 46.30. And then we have the 78 Fibonacci, which is 46.68. As of now, the DMI, you can clearly see it's extremely like 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4 day, all are extremely good, positive. If you want to see numerically, it's like 33. The strength in the market is like really strong. The momentum positive is going down as well as negative is going down. So it shows that yes, there's no interest in this market as of now. That's why we have less volume. Market is waiting for a clear-cut direction, but till the moment it holds the 12 EMA, which is 45 now, I think we are still on a neutral to bullish ground. It's not bearish at all. So if I go here, again, I'll keep my bias neutral. My target is 45.81, which we achieved today. Now, in this case, my stop loss yes. In this case, my stop loss, like if I want to short, I would short on the rise towards 45.93 because that's the area 45.93. Sell below 45.81. Now for the longs, I just showed you that around 45.75, 45.72. It's a good stop loss area. So buy above 45.81. Stop loss is very finite, 45.72. Now you need to understand here that there are two things. I'm buying above 45.81 and I'm selling below. But the market is so squeezed, so tight that unless and until I do like 5-10 points in one direction, I'll not be able to figure out whether I'm going long or short. That's why I will say it's better to avoid index, be stock specific. Like today we did Baba, we did what you call Tesla. Be stock specific. If you be trade stock specific, you'll have much more chances of making money rather than stuck into the mode. Now here, the first target was 4595, which is 4630. And the pattern I just showed you was a morning star, potential morning star built up. Or if I see it clearly, it's like, it's not above the previous ranges. So I'll say it's a potential double inside day. And I will not be surprised if we have potential triple inside day by tomorrow. On the short side, once we lose 45.72, 45.60, 45.45. 45.60. Right now, again, I'm saying market is waiting for FOMC next directions. I'll do a session on that tomorrow. Also, I'm expecting some more like charts related to FOMC going into the next few meetings. I'll try to collect all that information and we'll share with you. We'll not do any sticker analysis, but we'll do all the index and we'll see where we are heading towards FOMC. All right. Moving on to NQ. NQ is not able to breach the 12 EMA. NQ is showing weakness. Even today, like Amazon, Google, they opened up higher, but were not able to manage and hold. This is clearly a resistance which has been shown by 12 EMA, 575 area. So if we convert this into high Kenichi now, just to see, it's making a flat top, making a lower low. So the trend is negative. So relative to ES, we have NQ, which is showing weakness. And they are showing flat tops. So the trend is negative and we should respect that. Now, where we want to sell this, we want to sell this below the red line, where we are like 15,550. So triple Q is short 15,550. Stop loss is 15,575, which is our 12 EMA. Target 465, 465, 15,318, 15,318. Now, tomorrow we have Microsoft and Google's number. They may have a substantial impact. Now, in this case, it's an evening star, and evening star is making a bear pennant. Like this is the evening star. We go up, we have a good green candle, the doji on the top, followed by a big red candle, which covered the entire candle previously. Now we are holding this. Now, if we lose, like, because we are doing something like this, this is a descending wedge. If we lose, we'll end up right here. So I'm going to change rejection from 12 EMA. Again, a rejection from 61, rejection from 12 EMA, both. Rejection by 61, rejection by 12 EMA. Evening star continuation. Cancel it. It's a wedge. The targets are fine. On the other side, if you want to try a positive take on NQ, we need to go above 1606. The levels are same. The logic is same. Then the wedge fails. And long above this area. Then let's move on to triple Q. Triple Q, if you see, it's making a doji. It almost came to 38.2% and then bounced. Here it is above 12 EMA, whereas on NQ, the 12 EMA has lost the support and now the candle is trading because it's after hours. Not much, but 376.20. So for triple Q, the levels are exactly the same. The only thing is So there's no change in the levels for triple Q. Above 376.25, which is the 12 EMA, we should see 379, and then we should see 384. So 379, 382, and 84. 40% because the trend is negative. That's why ES is neutral, neutral, NQ is neutral to short. And on the downside, if we lose a 38.2 Fibonacci, then we'll hit 371.50 and 367.50. So the levels are exactly same for NQ and triple Q. All right, let's move on to Apple. Apple is an inside day. Again, Apple, just showing you Heikennishi. It's an indecisive states. Like it did the back test of 12 EMA yesterday. Today it came and it hovered around 193.20. After a, yes, it shows some strength. But again, I really doubt we'll have some move in Apple tomorrow, unless we have some really, really positive catalyst on Apple. Otherwise, I think we'll see some choppiness on Apple tomorrow. Now, if we have to sell, we need to sell below 191.89. So 199.90. Targets are there. If you want to try long above 193.25. 193.25. That's fine. That's the Apple is like not a high conviction trade. AMD. So AMD yesterday I showed you 100 and like 700 million dark pool, and today you saw it was not able to cross 110.95. It tried multiple times. Let's see if we have any flow on AMD. So AMD is right here. Let me just clean this FX. Active studies. This is a dark pool at 100 and see. Even in the morning, there was a dark pool at 110.95. So right at the beginning of the day, we were there and it was not able to cross. So now you see that there's something which is happening in AMD. We have a doji and a doji. We tested the long-term support. Now the strength is loosening, which shows that it's kind of coming to a stage where either it's getting ready to break down or it's getting ready to do a massive move up. So keep an eye on AMD. In the past, it came here, and these are like gravestone dodges. Like it opened right here at 110.97, closed 110.95, open here 161, closed and 162. So you cannot have like dodgy. So tomorrow, I think let's take a call on the positive side for AMD. If it holds and breaks above 1130, I think it will have some serious momentum. And let me just check on the calls here. Anything above 113 calls? Not much. $110 puts were sold. Yeah, that gives me some confidence. 110 puts were sold. It started from a 57 IV implied volatility at 930. 1051, 230. Now it closed at 50. It lost the volatility. So all these puts of 110 were sold. So I think 110 should act as a good base, but I really want AMD to cross 111.30 and then take a good shot. So I'm reducing it to neutral from negative, and I'm just deleting. No, I'll keep this. I'm going to mark this into green. And the reason behind green is two dodgies, gravestone dodgies back to back. Buy above 111.30, stop loss 110.60, which is the dark pool area. Once we clean that, 113.56, 113.6, test of 12 EMA, and then a gap fill of 115.50. Now here, this number did its job. So I'll just keep this information later. Let me just keep this here. Add two gravestone dodges. Change of trend. I'm going to mark this line in green. That is the reason I am taking along. Okay, my stop loss is not a great stop loss, and it Venkatesh just stop looking at Disney. It's not going to do anything. Amazon. So yesterday I mentioned about Amazon that when Amazon comes around 131, just sell it. It will come and will face the resistance. So today high was 131.66. It failed. It made a high and new low, but it actually is showing significant weakness. Now, if you want to try Amazon into the earnings, let's look at the flow as well of Amazon. There's dark pool, and look at the dollar amount on the dark pools. 274 million, 189 million. That's substantial dark pool. 422 million. So more than $1 billion of dark pool around this area. And we'll just check that after 1129, let's look at any 1129. 1129-ish area. Any trade. They are selling the puts of 128. $165 calls, 915, not a significant number. This is a spread, 344. So this comes as they're buying 1929 ka call, and they're selling. No, they're also buying 660. So I'll just check this, because here you will see that it's 565 and 6. So it's a bearish call or a bullish call. I'll just check. Let's go to analyze. Let's go to Amazon. Let's look at option times and slices. The strike was 129. I'm only looking at 129. it was around 344.58. 344.58. I'll do by time. 344.58. Yes, so there were calls which were, and you can see that these are uh, all in green. So they were bought. So it's a straddle most likely. Like somebody's buying both ends. Because even the puts, they were also bought as a part of it. So yes, it looks like a straddle where somebody's trying both long and short on Amazon. Keep 129 as the price for Amazon. If 1 billion dark pool, on 129.35 to 128.80. Now, if it resists or if it acts as a resistance, I think Amazon will go down. So here you can try to short Amazon around 130. Again, if it rises, sell and rise to 130. Keep the stop loss of 12 EMA. 12 EMA is 131 now. Look for these targets. I think this will provide some resistance on Amazon. Baba. So Baba, I did not carry, but Baba achieved my numbers to the point. Right from 92, it opened 91.30, which was my stop loss area. The low was around that, the high was around that. So Baba is all set. It's around 50. Like I'll try to buy Baba around 95 one more time. I want to buy Baba near 95. I think Baba will give opportunity around 95. Stop loss should be the dodgy here, 94. Target 97.30, 99.75 or 99.70. Finally breakout. Happened. Nike had like calls and everything, but it failed and it's failing miserably. Like this is a bearish pennant. Now strength is loosening, everything is loosening for now. Like I was trying to play Nike based on the flow. So let me just check if my Nike have anything. Even right now, you see they're selling 110 puts. Clear this. And if anybody has any opinion, you can like join the call later on and tell me. This is 114. 90 calls were sold. 90 puts were sold. So they were kind of happy at 109. So once 109 was gone, it closed at 107. This was profit booking. Still, we have 110 puts being sold. That's really weird because they are sold and the stock is still going down. There's no dark pool, nothing. So let me just make some levels on Nike because we're trying to expect a bounce from here. So this was the top. Come on. This is 108. After hours, it's down 1%. I don't know what's the reason behind that. Check out Naval Trader with Nike. Yep, it's showing resistance. So as of now, like Nike is holding the 12 EMA. So in case it fails, let's see if it comes and comes around 106. So I'm just taking a neutral note on Nike. I would like to buy this around 107, 106.50 as my stop loss, 110, 113. I'm not shorting it, but I'm just looking into this. Crowd started to break down, made a lower low, lower high. The momentum is kind of loosening, but still it's holding like above this 50% Fibonacci. So my take is exactly the same. There's no change on this. If you want to sell below 149, and target should be 148 and 145, 142. It's not like very aggressive short, but a short which if you want to try, you can try. But it's a low priority trade for me. ENPH, ENPH have earnings this week. Same thing. It's holding 12 and 34 EMA back to back. So no change whatsoever. You can buy near this, try everything. Google, I don't know. Like I was holding Google position, and today it was showing reasonable strength, but failed to close above 122.30. Now I'm in 119 calls like since last week. I should have closed them, but I did not. Now I'm a little skeptical. Should I close them upfront in the morning, or should I take them into earnings? So I really want to buy Google above now 122.35. Google have earnings tomorrow, so let's also look at some of the flow. But tomorrow we'll have much better flow. I'll try to share whatever I can on the flow. Again, Google has dark pool around 121. And in the morning, since we had 122.75 dark pool, it came down really badly. So I'm gonna just wait on Google to see whether it does something. If not, I'll just avoid it. My stop losses are 101.30. If it holds 121.30, I'll still take a chance on trying long, but I will not take naked options. I'll most likely take a butterfly on Google. QCOM. QCOM is an inside day. I think it's a good like inverted head and shoulders. It's an inside day. Like AMD, I expect QCOM to break out. Some positive, and it's an inside day. So I'm looking for QCOM to break out. Meta exactly filled the gap at 287 area. Meta came down and it's now at that support area where it found the resistance, it found the support today. You see, it was finding resistance until here. Today, the same line provided the support. This was the support, this was the resistance. So always remember the previous line, and 287 was 34 EMA. This is the first time it held on to 287.29. Tomorrow again, if we see a higher number, I think it might rally to 300 now, because that's maybe based on Google's number, because Google will push Meta. I will just move 300, 50. I'm again, like, I want Meta to rise around this area and I would like to sell. Or if it breaks 387.25, I will sell. Meta is a sell for me. Triple M, I was trying to take a trade, but in the end, I couldn't make a mind because it made a hammer on the top, which is a potential change of trend. Like, this was 105 area, and then it made a hammer. Again, it was an inside day and then bringing back into inside day. So I didn't know what to do. So tomorrow I would like to just watch Triple M. If it holds 103, I'll take a chance. If it doesn't, then I'm gonna avoid Triple M. So Triple M, I want to try buy near 103. My stop loss is 102.55. That's a 12 EMA. Hammer on top, negative. Microsoft has earnings tomorrow. Like, for me, it's kind of making a double top. It's an inside day right now. Again, it's hovering around the same 344, 350, 350 area. So it all depends. Last earnings were really bad from Microsoft, but AIA did the magic and stock rallied. Now, can we repeat the same? I don't know. So I'm not going to play Microsoft for the earnings, but if they, let's look at the flow from Microsoft. They have 350 calls, 77777 throughout the day. And it's like they were added with some strength just because the IV is going up. The IV is going up from 67 to 69. So volatility is increasing. The price of the option is also increasing up from 720 to 769, wherein the stock only moved 50 cents. The option also moved 50 cents. So this shows that yes, there are people who are interested to go long on Microsoft. That's one trade. Then let's look at 330 puts. Not much. 345 calls. Again, not clear flow where it is heading. 360 calls. They are all being sold. 550 to 555. So again, in terms of Microsoft, I'm a little reluctant to trade, and I will not encourage anybody to trade on Microsoft. The levels are still the same. Netflix, if you want to trade Netflix, so Netflix making a hammer at the bottom, which is usually a positive sign. It came right here of the regression channel and then bounced. Now, question is, can we have a follow through tomorrow? If yes, then we should see 443 on Netflix, because we came back from 484 to 418, 19. That's a good area. But if we lose 419 again, we are looking to fill the gap at 380s. So Netflix, for me, again, it's a hammer at the bottom. It's a good sign. So Netflix from neutral to turning positive. Hammer at bottom. Hammer at top is negative. Hammer at bottom is positive. So Netflix, I'm just converting everything into green. And I want to trade above 427.30. 427.30 is my stop loss. My target is 433, 443, 446.5. Buy near 427.50. If you want to take a better stop loss, is 423. That's Netflix. So AMD, I'm neutral to positive. QCOM, I'm neutral to positive. I'm not trading Microsoft. Netflix, I'm positive. Baba, I'm positive. BA, I'm positive. Nvidia somehow managed to close, like, again, same thing. It's like they're trying to regain the strength above 12 EMA. Now, which is good. They were supposed to hold and fill this gap, 439.30. Today, it came and made 440.40. So there is still a $1 gap. Now, if you're managing to hold that $1 gap, it means you want to make this as an island and you want to go higher. So tomorrow, if we make a green candle on Nvidia, I will not be surprised. Same thing like Nvidia, QCOM, or AMD, positive on chips. Along with NXPI, give a good direction for Nvidia. So I want to buy above 447.50, which is the 12 EMA. And my target is 456, 467. 456, 467, and I'm giving it 60% chance. It's island bottom in making. Stop loss for this, I don't think so. We need even stop loss, but for 445, very small, tiny stop loss on this. Now, in case you want to sell it, I'm giving to it 40%. Now, sell below 439 on break of island top, 445. So target should be 435.50 and 428. I'm positive on Nvidia at this moment. Roku, I think Roku is in the same state, 71, 72 area. It's trying to hold this area. Okay, so again, if Netflix will move tomorrow, Roku should move tomorrow and follow Netflix. So everything on the Roku is same. Shopify, I was expecting it to give me an entry, but again, it came and it managed to hold above 66 area. So 12 EMA, it's closed, which is a really bullish sign for me. So I'm positive on Shopify. My stop loss has moved to 38 Fibonacci, which is 65.15. So anytime I see Shopify 65.15, I'll be a buyer and buy near 66. That's Shopify. Tesla, once again, like this is a bullish engulfing candle. It tried to cover the entire body, took the support of the 34 EMA. So bullish engulfing. Bullish engulfing, which is positive. 60 to 40. Now, or I'll say this one, 268 is my stop loss for long. Buy above today's high. Today high is 269, so buy above 270. This will be the trade where you can actually make some really good money. 273.25. And then once we clear this, we're heading towards 279. 279 was the breakdown zone on earnings day, uh, like the day after the earnings. Now, if you want to sell, 265 is an area to sell. As of now, it's holding 265 strongly, which is this Fibonacci, 260, 257. All right, so this is my list. I have one more item, which is AVGO. AVGO is setting up for a move. Again, I'm positive on all the semis for tomorrow. So AVGO is something 920 calls, 950, 920 calls are something I'm interested in. AVGO. AVGO needs to break out, and I think it should. It's holding this line, and the moment it breaks out, we are looking at all-time highs on AVGO. Somebody asked UPST. I will cover UPST. UPST hit 58. You're right at the end. 50% Fibonacci. 49 was the stop loss. Like as of now, UPST, if it holds 55.60 as the resistance, it can come down to 49.80. Raj, anything can happen. If FOMC gives you a positive sign, yes, possible. So UPST 55.60 is an area to keep in mind. 55.60, if it holds, then you're good. Otherwise, it's going to go down. So I'm going to share the Zoom link for people who are interested. You can join. Share my. Money, why you are stuck with DPZ? What you want to do with DPZ? Is DPZ giving a good opportunity? The answer is no. It is not a trade. It has moved once in a while in the past, but it will not move. It is still in the zone. There were gaps, and those gaps, unless you see a breakdown, you can trade. Otherwise, avoid it. I've shared the link. Now, if you have any questions, you can come and join. Otherwise, I am done. I'll wait for 5 minutes in between. I can have my ice cream. Prasad, join if you have any questions. Show your charts. I will answer. You can unmute on your own and then speak.
Hi, Paji. Good evening. So your thoughts on Domino's, Paji? Like, can it test 12 EMA? And I mean, there is a huge gap between 381 and 351, Paji.
Yes, but do you think that you'll be able to hold it with patience? It may fill that gap all of a sudden. Look at the spreads of DPC. 385, right? 380. 220, 245. 145, 265. Look at the volume here. 85, 800. If you will get stuck, you will not be able to sell these at all. So think about that.
Yes, Paji. Yeah, got it. Thank you.
And if you go to the next 2 weeks, you will see that you do not even have trades. The first and foremost idea of making money in options is to find a liquid option, not an option where you have 100 trades throughout the day. It's not a good start.
Yes, Paji. Yeah, thank you.
Okay. You can speak on your own, guys, one by one.
Hi, just wondering if UHC will have something, because you started the call and you showed it had an inside day.
UHC? I don't even have UHC in my list. What is UHC?
Sorry, 1 minute. Was it?
Inside the UHC?
Sorry, UHG. I'm sorry.
UHG?
Yeah.
What is UHG?
United Health?
UNH.
Oh, I'm sorry, UNH. Okay.
It's consolidating in a range, and it has given a good move. Like we entered at 455 prior to the earnings, and we ran it until 500. Now I just left it. Let it consolidate more, and then we'll find a trade on this. As of now, it's a trade where I would like to backseat. I'll not aggressively trading UNH. Venkatesh, I already answered you. Disney is not a trade to take. Why don't you understand? It's not going to move. It's not moving. Keep on doing whatever you want. It will move one day, and on that day, you will not be in a position. Simple. It's just going down, 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 and down. Maybe after the earnings, it shows something, but as of now, it's not going to do anything.
One last Target. Do you think some rotation into retail, Target or Walmart?
There's no rotation as such, but Target, I'm positive. I have 18 calls of 130. It's holding, it's trying to break out. Possible move is there on Target, yes. But how much, how big, I don't know. It all depends on consumer spending tomorrow.
And FOMC, right?
FMC is Wednesday, not tomorrow.
Yeah, no, like both these things could be.
Yes, they will have their impact. That's why I'm not trading too much. Well, and even the market is not trading too much. Right now, there's only 23,000 futures traded, which is really, really low. Almost 5.5 hours and hardly anything traded. So if market is not trading, why should I? I'll wait. All right, guys. If nobody has any questions, I'll sign off. Thank you very much for joining in.
Thank you.